And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. And it's a Saturday afternoon, and we've got URC this weekend, the final weekend for a while. And very important for these teams to go finish on a high. And for a Sharks side that is struggling down in the lower parts of the table, so crucial for them to get a big result today. And two very strong sides. Munster with the likes of your sort of Jean-Claude Tyburn, Jack Crowley, for example, Calvin Nash, Mike Haley, got some very good players in their side today. And the Sharks, well, they don't get much stronger. They've got a stacked team of Springboks on display today as they desperately try and get their season back on the way. And apparently it's supposed to be a very big crowd in over at Kings Park. I think it was like 60-70% almost sold already at one stage. So hopefully we're in for a really big, a decent turnout. And long may that continue. We need to see bigger crowds for non South African derbies, for example. And I mean, why wouldn't you want to go watch this game? It's gonna be a goodie. It's gonna be a really good game. Very excited for it. Munster is playing in the usual red, Sharks in the black, and Sia Khaleesi in a new position today. By the way, he'll be starting in the number 8 jersey to accommodate the likes of Vincent Tuka and James Fenter. So a bit of a new role for him today, which I'm very interested to see how things go. We do have a poll running in the comments, so I want you to let me know who you think is going to win the match, as we've got a bit of a countdown. Doesn't look the best weather down there in Durban, and we do have kickoff. Jordan Henderson goes on the right-hand side. The only touch for Tyburn, who, as you'd expect, takes it very well, and immediately on the front foot go Munster as Craig Casey brings in Jack O'Donoghue. Nice physical ball carrier. And back to Crowley. He's not going to go to the boot. Looks to hide in the air for contestable. Down that right-hand side. Early test here for Jordan Henderson, who's very much up for it. He's starting the 10 jersey today, by the way. He's playing a lot of 15 for the Sharks, but he is starting in the 10 next to Grant Williams, who starts today. His brother Jaden Henderson will come off the bench. Now early carry for Bongi Manami, but it's a nice tackle coming from him. Watch out as well for Jean-Claude. Grant Williams goes straight to the middle. Grant Williams, inside ball there too. Apelele Fassi looking to try and run. Mike Haley. What a try that is. Apelele Fassi, the weekend special, is off and running within seconds. Seconds. 50 minutes. 50 seconds in rather. And the Sharks already over. What a try that is. Grant Williams, you don't need that kind of space for him. And then you give that ball to Apelele Fassi with a bit of space, and yeah, he's going to punish you every time, isn't he? Look at this here. Bongi Manami draws in 2 carry tacklers, X-Factor third, and as he sort of shifts there, Grant Williams, yeah, it's just a numbers game, and then pops it inside to Apelele Fassi, who's got such good awareness, steps around Calvin Nash, is always backtracking, actually had no chance whatsoever, and over he goes for the perfect start for the Sharks. They would have wanted a good start here with the Sharks. Well, they've gotten it, so no excuses now. Right, appreciate forward here for Hendrickson, and he does raise the flags. Very good goal kick, Jordan Henderson. Looking to try and get himself back on that Bok radar. And I think a nice, good full season at the Sharks. I reckon he'll probably be back and around there. Such a good player, Jordan Hendrickson. Maybe didn't have the best of debuts, but maybe I think he was almost sort of trying a bit too hard to impress. But I do think he's going to play many games for the Boks, and off to a nice start here today. BITDEFENDER starting as well. He's got Emil van Heerden as company today. The front row all box of Oxenchair, Bongi Manami, Vincent Koch. The loose chair is James Fenter, Vince Tuka, and Sia Khaleesi. You've got Grant Williams next to Jordan Hendrickson as BITDEFENDER takes the kickoff, and getting there nice and quickly was Thomas Ahern. Then the rest of the backline for the Sharks, by the way, is Maximum Pimpi, Andre Estes, the Kanyam, Edwin Cater, and Apelele Fassi. Edwin Cater, the only player in that Sharks backline that is not capped for the Springboks. Shows you just how strong they are. That's a pretty horrible take. They said Khaleesi managed to get it by Grant Williams on ball out towards Eben Etzebeth. He decides to carry himself, puts the offload away to Vincent Tuka. Goes Jordan Henderson, needs a bit of space. Gets away from a couple of forwards. They're tight burn there and makes the intervention. Does spill it forward. Does Jordan Hendrickson. So a knock-on advantage for Munster. Another carry coming there from Jack O'Donoghue. You expect to see him doing a lot of carrying today. Now a bit of space. Michael Pimpy from the kicking behind. Nice carry from him. And just a bit of space on the right hand side. Varsity brings in Khaleesi in the number 8. Khaleesi brought down just shy of the 22. Pick up and go from Edwin Cater. Nice awareness from him. And looking to rebuild now is Andrew Esterhazen in the midfield. Good tackle on him though. Now Kanyam caught in the ball. Losing a bit of momentum here are the Sharks. And with that, Grant Williams will go to the boot. Williams lifts it high in the air. Edwin Cater's going to give chase, as well as Evan Etzebeth, just outside the 22 as well. Waiting, and pass back to Khaleesi on the dart. Goes to Oxenchair. Oxenchair, long pass out towards Jordan Hendrickson. Space now for Andre Esterhazen. Andre Esterhazen looks to straighten. Then brings in Marcus Pimpy. Marcus Pimpy tries to go around the outside of Mike Haley, who does not complete the tackle. And Mapimpi is in. What a start this is for the Sharks. The crowd, and particularly that kid in particular, is going nuts. And why not? Within 5 minutes, 2 tries. Perfect start. Marcus Pimpy backed himself. I think that's the main thing. Backed himself from quite a far out, actually, to be fair. Had a lot of work to do, Pimpy over here. But such good awareness here from some of the forwards here. Even there, Andre stays in there. Seeing, sort of creating that 2-on-1 situation. And just holding on to the ball. And then Marcus Pimpy puts the afterburners on. And not really good enough to be perfectly honest. I think it's from Calvin Nash. He makes a half tackle and just slips out of it. Got to make those tackles. You slip a tackle like that, and Pimpy's going to score every single day. Right, second kick of the day for Jordan Hendrickson. Right against touchline, much more difficult. Struck it well. I think it might be coming in slightly. No, it's straightened a bit. It has straightened. That's a brilliant kick from Jordan Hendrickson. This has been the perfect start. Sharks 14, Munster 0 after 6 minutes. Bang, bang. And now Munster have got a big mountain to climb early on. Yeah, first time tackling. Just letting down Munster at the moment. It's a good take from Emi off on Hidden. Right, Williams goes to the boot. Looks high in the air. A couple of chases there. Edwin Cater as well as Evan Etzebeth. Further back, and Jordan Hendrickson comes away with it. It's a horrible pass from him, though. On the bounce to Apple Fassi. He puts it on his left boot. Now Crowley goes to Calvin Nash. A bit of space here for Nash. Steps inside, makes a good tackle there. Does Grant Williams. Better this from Munster. Now Jean Klein. Bit of a point to prove today, I think, after being left out of that box squad. Nice hands. Good hands. Now short to O'Donoghue. Much better this from Munster. Casey goes to Crowley. Crowley slips a gap. And he also does as well. Options on the side. Craig Casey. Oh, it's too early from the pass there. Good awareness. Really good awareness from Apple Fassi. And penalty by the Poles. So hands beyond the ball from James Fenter. And then we walk back 10 meters as well for the push on Craig Casey. It was really done well by Jack Crowley. Just managed to get his hands to the tackle. Slipped in Tom Farrell. Tom Farrell had options left and right. And decided to go to his, the right-hand side to Craig Casey. But offloaded it too early and allowed Apple Fassi the time to get across and make the tackle. Now options here for Munster. Crowley. Then they're going to go for the corner here, given the fact that they're already 14 points down. Right, they've gone to the corner here. Now, Graham Roundtree was very open about the fact that their lines were really poor last weekend. So they've got 5-meter line, a perfect opportunity to hit back and to score a try, but they've got to make sure that they get this right. And then pick up a drive. I think it's a short, but I think it is held up. So it's a good defense from the Sharks. All right, go pretty deep, goes Jaden Hendricks up. Now, probably the big thing about from Manchester is about not panicking at the moment. Yes, they've started really badly, but there's a lot of rugby still to play. That kick over the top is a strange one, as I play Fassi marks it with zero issues whatsoever. And literally, as I say, it's about being patient. They go and do that. So a bit of a strange decision that to kick him behind and far too deep. Right, deep here goes Jack Riley. URC points to the air. It's a good competition, but we'll come back to Munster, and Ty Burns come away with it. Gives it back inside. Now the youngster, John Ryan, takes it into contact. It's a great read from Siakalisi. Big tackle coming here. A lot of Sharks players over that ball as well. Ball eventually available for Craig Casey. Now it looks like the ball's been knocked off. Our first scrum of the day. Looking forward to this because this is where the likes of your Oxen chairs are really going to get stuck in. John Clayman with a bit of a cut on his nose. Look at the coaching boxes so far. Pretty relaxed at the moment. John Plumtree will be the much happier of the two sides. Graham Archie was very upset with the side last weekend about how poor they were and not off to a good start at the moment. But he's very experienced as Archie's obviously won the competition before, so he's not going to be panicking. Right, here we go. Oxen Chair scrumming against Stephen Archer. Vincent Cock against John Ryan. Now Scannell in the middle of those two. And Grant Williams with the ball in hand. That in itself was quite dangerous. About to say, an early shove there, so we're going to have a reset from the no stability. I'd be very, very surprised if Munster were to be able to cope with this Shark scrum. It's so powerful. Such good players in there. All right, let's have another go here, shall we? Yeah, it's massive. It's massive. It is massive. There's the advantage. Grant Williams down the right-hand side. Jordan Hendricks pops up to Grant Williams, who's left it behind. They'll go back for the penalty. Huge. And I expect the Sharks to just take the points, to be honest. You're 14-0 up after 12 minutes. Secure the game. Take the 3. Put yourself 17-0 up and keep building. Easy as you like. In theory, a really straightforward 3 points incoming. With the power there, it's just far too much for Munster to cope. And we kind of knew it from the set. Right, Jordan Henderson lines up. Shot clock starts to tick down for about 40 meters out. Right in front, no issues there. Sharks go 17-0 up and continue their top. I mean, it's probably the best start we've seen the Sharks have in a long, long time. I don't think too many people would have thought that we would be sitting here at 15 minutes in, being 17-0 up, scoring more a point a minute at the moment of the Sharks. And Munster at the moment, he's had no real answers to them so far. Right, to the left-hand side, they go with the kicker once again. Vincent Tuka this time underneath it. And Munster have got to find a way to score. They've got to be the ones that score next. Right, there goes Evan Etzebeth after the ball once again. This time it's taken very well up the air by Mike Haley. Craig Casey now. John Ryan goes direct in the midfield. Now Casey on the left-hand side. Good hands, right? He gets the touchline, gets away from the Edwin Cater. And bundle the touch. Good tackle there from Grant Williams. He's defended well so far. It was a good initial break from Sean O'Brien to get away from Edwin Cater. Not as successful getting away from Grant Williams. He's made 2 very good tackles. So the Springbok scrum off is putting in a good shift so far. People are very confident on the poll, by the way. 90% predicting a Sharks win. Donahue in the midfield. Good to hear from him. Jack Crowley. Ball over the top is poor and forward as well. So he could have optioned. And that's the problem when you're under pressure. You try to force the issue a little bit there. You can just see Jack Crowley. Bit of a grimacing smile there about the mistake he made. Good line speed. This, for me, is just amazing. That's the support, is the Red Army. Absolutely incredible the way they support their team. Big Munster contingent, and as expected, really, because they're probably the best travelling fans in the competition. It's a decently full stadium, by the way. It looks like a pretty good crowd in. Weather looking good at the moment. Across South Africa, nice and warm, firmly into summer. Another big scrum here. This time, much better that from Munster. Craig Casey come through, kick the ball through. He's done very well there. Up in the fast bit of space there. Now for Max on Mapimpi. Decides to hold on, and Donahue's desperately trying to reel them in. It's good work that from Munster to try and hustle back. Ball is available though for Jordan Hendricks. Sia Khaleesi now goes to Emil van Heerden. Wraps around, then goes Sia Khaleesi by himself. Good carry that from the Bok captain. Oxen Chair then recycling possession. Jordan Hendricks. It's good line speed this from Munster. Needs to be accompanied with good first time tackling though. And Grant Williams eventually now popping up to Vincent Koch. Much better intensity all of a sudden from the Munster defence. And back in the pocket is Jordan Henderson. He goes to the boot. Underneath it is Mike Cayley, takes it well. And brought down by Andre Esterhazen. Back inside their own half here, Munster. Craig Casey thought about going to the right, then goes to the left. And Ty Byrne doesn't have much of a run-up, but does well. Now Crowley. And he launches it. Sean O'Brien giving chase, but it's well taken by Uploaded Fasty. Good tackle though on him. And balls actually come loose here. And this could be a bit of a counter try. There's nobody at home. Grant Williams is chasing him in, but he's going to go over. Surely he is going to go over. Well, that's a big, big, big blow for the Sharks. Absolutely bizarre. I mean, they took it well, and the ball basically just squared out the side. They picked it up, and there was nobody ahead of them. Grant Williams did really, really well to actually reel in Thomas for him. By the time he got there, though, you're not stopping the number 6 from 2-3 meters out. So Munster do hit back. Big mistake that from the Sharks. And this is high up here. Upper Fast takes it well. It was a good tackle, good pressure, and then, yeah, I think it's Tom Farrell who's competing for the ball. The ball comes out to the side. And there are so many options as well, to be fair. Ahern goes over, but he had the option of, I think it was Stephen Archer on his inside. Craig Casey was starting to catch up as well. Well, I said if Munster want to get back in the game, they're going to try and score next, which they have done. And this, the kick to make it a 10-point game from Jack Crowley. Up against touchline. He is right-footed, so he can start towards the right and sort of try and bring it back a little bit. It's just going to be pushed to the right-hand side. So, the remaining 12-point advantage for the Sharks. But 23 points so far in less than 20 minutes. So if that sort of trend continues, then we're in for a lot of points here today. And it's a penalty for the Sharks. I mean, for the Munster, rather. So Munster now getting themselves back into the mix here. Jack Crowley, nice kick from him. They'll have a line out inside the Sharks territory. One of the games of the weekend, this one, the Sharks versus Munster battle, but it's the game next, I'm most excited about. Lions versus Leinster. The two teams currently unbeaten. Leinster have rotated. Have they maybe underestimated the Lions a bit? We'll find out a little bit later. I do think it's probably a step too far for Lions to get a result, but the fact that they're 4 wins from 4 means I'm a very, very chuffed supporter. If we were to get 5 from 5, it would be incredible. Bit of a messy line, but it does go back Munster's side. So ball is available as Evan Smith tries to get involved in the ruck. Craig Casey taking his time, waiting for a couple of people to present an option. Crowley goes short to Farrell. Now Crowley goes to the boot once again. Has he overcooked it once again? I think he has, you know. Edwin Cater doesn't mark it. Could have marked it. It was actually just inside the 22. I think he was a little bit unaware of exactly where he was. Bongi Manambi. But it's not a great pass. Estabeth eventually the one that grabs it. It was kind of in the middle of 3 people. Slow ball now for Grant Williams. Outside the 22, so can't keep this out in the full. So we'll have to be competitive. Ty Bird looking to put pressure on him. But Pimpy's given chase. It's really well taken by Mike Haley. Then gets the offload in the tackle as well. Jack O'Donoghue up against the right side. Pops it inside. Now back to John Ryan. And I think it's Sear all over that ball and wins the penalty. Really, really good work at the breakdown from him. Not always known for his stealing ability, his poaching ability. Very good breakdown player is Sear Khaleesi, but not known as a natural jackler. But that was a very, very good jackal in itself. Wins an important penalty when Munster started to look good. And now Jordan Hendrickson has put... Oh, I tell you what, he's actually missed touch. He's hit the corner flag, and it's actually stayed in. Okay, Casey now has put it to kick. I don't think he's found touch either, so it's a bit underneath it. He wants to try and run over Craig Casey. He's got a bit of help there from Calvin Nash. Say what you want about Craig Casey. He's a brave player. One of the shortest in the league, but quite stocky here. But yeah, throws his weight around. Oh, not the worst best pass, man. Just well taken by me. Andre Estes then loses it forward in contact. No options there, so Farrell just hammers it back to Sharks side. But there's a good chase on here. And the Fuss needs to be a bit careful. He gets off away to him, a Pimpy. He's got a bit of space. Brought down by Calvin Nash. And just delays the pass slightly for Apple Fussy. Now Fussy's got space. Chip over the top. Forces the hands of... Oh, the hands of Grant Williams. They're not catching from there. What a try that's going to be. Champagne counter-attacking rugby from the Sharks. Yeah, I mean, just as Munster started to look good, and then bang. And that all comes down to that Mapimpi pass, by that. Just slight delay. It was going to give it, delayed it slightly. Then he managed to pop it up to Fussy, who was coming on with pace. Chip and chase. Ball back into the hands of Tutuka, who offloaded it so quickly into the hands of Grant Williams. And there's been a bit of a delay here with the click for Jordan Hendricks. So he's got 25 seconds left, according to the shot clock. So he's going to have to rush this a little bit. But it is right in front of the pole, so it's not going to be an issue for him. And it does pop it over. So 24 points to 5. Sharks firmly in control in this first half. And we continue to score it well over a point per minute. And they go a bit shorter this time, and Sekulisi is aware to it and takes it well up the air. High, they're not going particularly far. This guy Williams will be very competitive, and it falls back to Ty Byrne. Good work that from the Munster lock. And once again, he's able to clean up. Gets to so much work, does Ty Byrne. One of the best players in the world. Probably the best utility forward in the world in terms of being able to play on the flank, at lock, and the likes. Him and Peter Steph to a different level when it comes to that kind of thing. All available now for Craig Casey. Slow ball, so he'll look to go to the boot. Couple of pushing and shoving there, and it falls back to Sekulisi. Does very well. Still going to Sekulisi. What a game he's having so far. Big counter-attack coming, though, from Munster, though. And it's now Scannell who's leading it through. Asking for the knock-on was Ty Byrne. It's going to be a scrum for the Sharks, actually, the ball not coming out. Sekulisi is now down. I see with a tree, but it's not getting too serious. This is also the problem, though, when it comes to this sort of situation now. You sit there panicking about any sort of potential injury to the box. We've got one more week, and then we're into Bok training camp. They leave tomorrow, in fact, to Jersey for a week training camp before they then go into Edinburgh next week, Sunday. Oh, he's been so good today, seeing Khaleesi, because you watch some of his highlights at the moment. At the breakdown, he's been good. He's been a good ball carrier. He's made a really good tackle earlier. Back in South Africa, going through a bit of a tough time off the pitch, but on the pitch, he's looking absolutely brilliant. Yeah, it's a good-looking crowd. If you can get that kind of crowd in every week, rugby will be in a very, very good space. And we have a reset chat. The scrum gone down on the other side there. Vincent Cochran actually lost his bind. I'm going to try and stay up here. There's the scrum, which has gone down a couple of times so far in this game. Penalty over onto the Sharks, and the penalty comes from Holly, who is the referee today, and what a referee she is. First female ref ever to referee 3 marks earlier in that game against Portugal. Knows his stuff, just Holly Davidson. Another penalty, and Jordan Hendrickson will put the Sharks once again on the front foot as he doesn't find touch. Does not find touch. It's the second time he hasn't found touch, actually. Quickly taken from the reply. Hendrickson decides to run himself. And then Emil van Heerden has a really poor. Hendrickson didn't know if he wanted it offloaded or not. Turn of the ball here for Munster. Jack O'Donoghue throws a long pass out to... I think it's a good carry. I think that's actually Rory Scannell, who's gone through a couple of tackles there. Craig Casey. Crowley dabs it in behind. Is it going to stay in? It'll just stay in. It will stay in. And an offload into the 22 go Munster. Ball available for Craig Casey. And really good. Now Jack Crowley goes to the cross kick. Not the best cross kick. Sean O'Brien over there. O'Hearn goes around him. Does very well, does O'Hearn. Need a bit of support here, does Munster. About 10-15 metres out now. John Klein. Good carry from him. Craig Casey going to Crowley. Half gap opening up from the rush defence. Ball available, Craig Casey. It's good work here from Munster. Now Ty Byrne. Brought down by Vincent Koch. Right, and down the right side, Crowley. Silky hands, not the best passes, but the hands have been good with picking them up. Comes back inside. He's still going. Here's Calvin Nash. Craig Casey, they call the short side, and hey, he's gone straight through, and he's over. Munster do reply. And it's one of those days where I think both teams just decide we don't need to defend. And Mike Haley, who's in prolific try-scoring form at the moment, he goes over for Munster second. The Sharks' defence not really good enough throughout that passage of play. A couple of slip tackles there. And you can just see Craig Casey calls it, suck him in. Dummies goes inside of up there fast. Emil van Heerden's got to make this tackle over. Yeah, bang, gets away from Emil van Heerden. Once he beats him, Vincent Kochran can do nothing as he's diving over the line. Right, Crowley now. Slightly further infield, but on the right-hand side, so it's not an easy kick at all. But when you're training by so many points, you've got to try and notch up every possible point. So it's an important kick here. This is to make it 24 points to 12. And we still have 12-point advantage that we had earlier. don't think he's gotten it either. I think it's gone through the... Yeah, it is through the front. So it goes through past the face of the post. So 10 points. 4 points left out there by Munster. They could be 10 points behind. Instead, they're 14 at the moment. And you can just see the claps there from Haley. I mean, they've been in this game here, have Munster. It's not been one-way traffic. Sharks have been very good in the counter-attack, and they made their chances count. But Munster will take confidence of the fact that they had a lot of the territory, a lot of the possession. Good work in close quarters there from Jack O'Donnell. Sorry, I think it's John Hodnett. Now Craig Casey will look to clear inside his 22 from the kickoff. And does looking for touch right against touchline and kept him by Apple Varsity. Jordan Henderson now. With a bit of space. Jordan Henderson. Sean Klein getting across and making the tackle alongside Jack O'Donoghue. Good shift from those two to get across and make the tackle on the number 10. Grant Williams, half a gap. Half a gap, but it's all he needs. It goes through a couple. Eventually brought down by John Hodnett. I think Graham Round should be having a lot of chats to his pillar and post defense for how much that they've left Grant Williams sniping between them. It was a good tackle that on by Jean Klein. Putting a big shift at the moment, Jean Klein. Grant Williams pops it up to Edwin Cater. Pops it to Oxenchair with a bit of space. And no advantage. They'll go back for the penalty. Decision time here for the Sharks. And then once again, they'll probably take the 3 points. Just under 7 minutes left in the half. 14 points advantage. Once again, get to that 17. Decision time now for Jordan Henderson. 3 points. One trouble. 2 next. And they decided to go to the corner here of the Sharks. So looking for another try. They've got 3 tries. One try will be a bonus point and get a bonus point in the first half. That's a pretty good outing. It's a good ball defense. Munster. Grant Williams throws the big dummy, but Ty Byrne was away to the threat. So Sharks from the mark about 10 meters out. James Fenter going nice direct. Vajatuka now. It's carried through by Eben Etzebeth. Gets through a meter or two. Grant Williams, quick ball to Andre Estes. A bit low, but it's well taken by the inside centre. An advantage coming through and taking out Grant Williams. And that's right in front of the poles. And they wanted to look to take it quickly to the Sharks, but I think they'll slow it down now and just take the 3. They went for the corner, they tried. I think Sikalisa is asking why they're not... Yeah, Sikalisa is saying for a scrum. Yeah, it's an interesting... That's probably the right decision here for the Sharks. They've got such a dominant scrum right in front of the poles. Why not? Bit of treatment over here for Niall Scannell. So the scrum will be delayed. Looking at that, so the Red Army for Munster. Plenty of fans, young and old in the Kings Park. It's good to see the fans. Good to see good crowds in South Africa for non-derby games. We can start averaging, 50 to 20,000 people every week. That's kind of where we want to get to eventually. It says there are 2 scrum penalties from Munster. I think it's supposed to be 2 scrum penalties for the Sharks. The statisticians had a few beers, I think. All right, let's 4 minutes on the clock. Yeah, big scrum needed from the Sharks. And here it comes. There's the big shove. There's the advantage. Grant Williams picks it off the back. He goes to Andre Estes. Andre Estes from just outside. You're not going to stop him from there. He goes over. Sharks get the bonus point in the first half. That's the 4th try. Trevor Nkane approves. And the bonus point secured in just 36.5 minutes. Been very, very impressive. Jordan Henderson once again just take his time, really. I mean, he doesn't need to rush it. He's got another 45 seconds having a conversation with the kicking coach. It's pretty straightforward. He had a very nice one on the touchline, but most of them have been pretty straightforward, Joe. And this to give them a 21-point lead with 2.5 minutes to go in the first half with a bonus point. What a first half this has been from the Sharks. And you wouldn't expect this from a Munster side, which is a decent Munster side as well. Nice players in here. But they are being dismantled at scrum time, and the Sharks' counter-attack has been very, very, very potent. Yeah, you're not stopping Andre Estes from 5 minutes out, are you? And yeah, these. I mean, what's been very impressive as well for the Sharks. I think it's an underrated aspect of the game, and maybe nothing that's not. A lot of people might not think is that important, but they've been really good at the kickoffs. They're retaining the kickoffs and working with that now. That ball's actually bounced off Holly, but we're still going. As Okanya gets into the game, we haven't seen much of him. Nice carry from him and offload off the ground. Grant Williams goes to Jordan Henderson. Henderson pops it up to Andre Esterhuizen, the try scorer. He throws it off the ground back to Jordan Hendrickson. Not too many options. Okanya sees a bit of space. Sekalisi is left behind. That shall surely be a knock on. Oh, how's it not a knock on? Then it's into touch. And even the touch judge wanted to put his flag up, then didn't put his flag up. So I'm not entirely sure what actually we've ended up with here. So first is the knock on. So it's Munster ball at the scrum. Yeah, ideal situation here for Munster. Penalty, go to the corner, try and get a converted try, get themselves a little bit more into the game for half time. But what a first half this has been. Absolutely mental. Currie Casey's not entirely sure what he's pointing at. I think he's pointing at the offside line for the Sharks. Yo, that's a massive lob. That's really done well by Munster. They knew it was coming and they got that ball out so quickly. Very good work there from O'Donoghue and Craig Casey to get that ball out so quickly when they knew they were going to be under pressure. The Sharks had really prepared for launch. But lots of opportunity. The clock has gone red here for Munster. Jack Crowley. Looping around. And that's a great line being run by Ty Bird. Ty Bird looking for options. Has lost the ball forward. And Siya Khaleesi, he wants to chip and chase here as the Springbok captain. Calvin Nash. He's going to be able to get away from him. He's going to run it back against Calvin Nash. With a bit of space for Calvin Nash. That's great hands by Sean O'Brien. Back inside of John Hartnett. Well, I'll tell you what. If Munster score here, there could be words to say Khaleesi about not kicking it out. But I think they might have lost the ball at the breakdown here. No, ball available. Well, Khaleesi could have kicked it out. That could have been the end of the half. He opted to chip and chase, and now all of a sudden then there's a lock-on. So he will survive. He will not get a talking to in the halftime shit. Right, halftime score, yeah, what a half that it was. And it's the Sharks with a very dominant first 40 minutes. 31 points to 10. That's how it ended the first half. We'll see you in a little bit. right, we are back for the second half, and not the ideal start for the second half for Sharks. You can see a penalty right off the kickoff within 30 seconds, and Munster will start the half with a 5-meter line out. Now, they start the half trailing by 21 points, which means that if they are to get anything out of this game, they've got to start well, and they've got to start scoring points early on. And this is potentially the perfect opportunity to do that. So it's an ideal start for Munster. The question is, can they make it count? And we're about to find out. Sean Clay now with the carry. See if Lee's trying to get over that. Been told to leave it now. 5 minutes out. Scannell. Big tackle on him. See, Khaleesi went over and also asked, can he play it? And he was told he could. And then actually missed it when he then tried to do it. So we're keeping it nice and tight here, Munster. We're going to try and wear down the Sharks' defense. Good carry there. But good defense over here from the Sharks. O'Donoghue now. Very good defense from the Sharks. They're not giving away an inch at the moment. Now, even if it comes through, and illegally so. And he wants to get that ball away from Jack Crowley. From to Jack Crowley. Smith having none of it. It's right in front of the poles. You wonder how many chances they're going to keep taking. I mean, they can't really take the 3 when you're 21 points behind, is it? It's a bit of a problem here. Because they've had plenty of opportunities to go for the 3. I reckon we'll probably see a tap and go here. Yep, that's exactly what we're potentially seeing. Well, let's see what they can conjure up here. Scannell picks up and goes, pops it inside. John Ryan. Now it's usually the second phase. Yeah, there's the inside ball to Jack O'Donoghue. And ball was out. Lukanya Amos read that like an absolute book. He's to turn it over. Brilliant work from the Sharks outside centre. Ball was out. And he was on like an absolute flash. Brilliant work from him. Now Andre stays in big carry from him. Grant Williams goes back to Jordan Hendrick in the pocket. Jordan Hendrick shot a couple of phases. Says, no, I've had enough. He's going to clear it downfield, but into the hands of Mike Haley. Now he's looking to try and find a bit of space. He does find a bit of space. Does Haley. Craig Casey. Looking to snipe. Stepping well, Craig Casey. Now Haley goes to the left-hand side. Crowley pops it short to O'Donoghue. Trying to open up his hands so he can get off that away. But Netsmith did really well not to allow him to do that. On the left-hand side, yeah. Goes Farrell. Gets off the way to Casey. Casey pops it now. Sean O'Brien taking it down to ground just before the 22. On the left-hand side, yeah. Munster now working their way down the right-hand side. Ball inside. Much better this from Munster. O'Donoghue. Casey, quick ball. Crowley looking for options. Quick defense. It goes through this Farrell. Just outside the 22. Couple of line breaks coming here from Munster. They're going to their 7th phase. Good offload though. Jack Crowley looking for space. Big tackle coming from Vincent Koch. Very good work from the Sharks tight head. But still possession with Munster. Good defense so far from the Sharks. It's been pretty resolute throughout the game. Crowley, ball at the top here. Now numbers, and that's surely forward. Terrible, terrible pass from Sean O'Brien. Just no patience really from Munster. And they'll go back for the scrum. And that's kind of been it, hasn't it? Opportunities, but just no patience when they needed it. And really, really struggling to make a bit of a dent on the scoreline.